Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Whenever you see me, you expect lessons about polygamy. Today I have a special guest and she's going to introduce herself.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Shamira Jemba. I'm in a polygamous marriage.
Yeah. So today we are going to talk about the pains in polygamy. Do people really heal in polygamy? Is there peace in polygamy? How does polygamy affect children? And we are going to learn from her own perspective. She is in a polygamous marriage. She's going to talk more about how she has experienced polygamy. So, Shamira,
Yes, please.
are you in a polygamous marriage?
Yes, I am.
How did you feel when polygamy became part of your life?
Okay, it's not an easy thing.
Mm,
It causes a lot of depression, a lot of thinking, a lot of comparison. So that it makes you, how can I explain it?
mm,
Like, it doesn't have any feel. Sometimes it becomes so desperate.
I understand. When you talk about
You
disparity,
become so desperate, you
mm,
start comparing yourself, you start blaming yourself, you think you are the mistake, everything
I
turns
know,
around on you. You
I
look like the
know.
world has ended.
Mm,
But Alhamdulillah, when
mm,
time goes on, you get to know that she weren't the problem. The problem was the
Alhamdulillah.
person who made you to go into polygamy.
And that is what I always tell you, ladies. Don't blame yourself. Men marry for their own reasons, and those reasons are not you. So, Shamira,
Mhm.
what has been the most challenging part in your experience?
The most challenging part in my experience about polygamy is raising the kids.
Mm,
Hard. It's very hard because these kids are used to see their parents together
I
every
understand.
day.
Mm,
Now when these kids like they see dad is not around today, he
mm.
comes after 2 days, and at the time he comes late. Like they feel like they are
They are
they are
abandoned.
abandoned.
Mm,
Their protection is less. Like the connection between the dad, the parents sometimes affect the children so much.
I understand. That's
Yeah.
why most of the kids in our generation grow up when they grow up in such an environment, they feel abandoned. That's why in our generation you find ladies or a lot of girls growing up when they despise polygamy so much because of the experience they had. So
Yeah, before even that,
mm,
about like
mm,
some of us, we never saw such things in our families.
mhm.
Such a thing when it happens to you, it makes you like think if if really my dad was doing this to my mom,
Mm. Would
would
she
she
have
really
survived?
thrived?
Eh? You know that
Because
experience.
there's a time you reach by even don't want to talk to anybody. You go into isolation
Mm,
whereby everything makes you like annoyed. You don't
mm.
want to talk to people
You be sad
every
every time. I
time.
understand.
When you
Mm,
look at happy couples,
mm,
you now start making flashbacks. Yeah, I was once like them. Now look
mhm,
at me where I am. I'm sharing
mhm,
my man with someone else, which is not easy. It comes with a lot of costs, which we shall go into details on a
mm,
later time.
mm. So, Shamira,
Mm.
how do you cope with the feeling of comparison in polygamy in your journey?
Mm, in my journey, comparisons have not been there so much. I
Alhamdulillah.
wouldn't say that,
Mm,
but I think it's not a good thing on the side of other people
mm,
comparing two wives. It's not very good
mm,
because, for example, if I'm number one and
mm,
I've got a number two, may have stayed longer than you. Now the person I've just gotten to know that person.
mm,
People like pretend to
mm,
be good in the first place, but when you get to know each other more time, because that's what they say that people they like what you are before they enter it.
true.
But once you enter it and you start staying with that person, you start seeing the same mistakes. Because ladies, we are not different at all. If there
Yeah.
is difference, I
Mm,
think it becomes on the working part. This one's a CEO or director, but the characters always are the same. Just
mm,
because some they pretend to be quiet,
mm,
others they pretend to be like how can I say it, like jumpy, but all the characters of the ladies, they are the same.
So if I ask, have you ever compared yourself to your co-wife?
Not as such. I've never compared myself to her because we are totally different people.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice. That means you love yourself. You see, when we talk about self-love, you believe in yourself regardless of who has come, who they've married. That is really nice. So Shamira, according to your experience, what have you learned? What lessons have you learned through this journey of polygamy?
The lessons I've learned that we should lower our expectations. People are there to disappoint, people are there to betray. Like, don't expect so much from someone because they've been staying together for 10 years and you expect this person to do this before. There's a shock that comes with polygamy. If this person has not done those things you are expecting. Most of the time we don't cry because the man has married, but we cry for the things we always yearn to do for us and have done them, and they have wasted money in getting another wife.
That's a very good point. Wow, that's nice. What message would you like for people out there watching us to understand about polygamy?
Polygamy, me on my side, I wouldn't say it's a good thing because there is nothing good there. To be for real, there's nothing good there. And I wouldn't support any of my son and I wouldn't support any of my friends, even if it's my enemy, I wouldn't support her to go into polygamy. Because it's like the shock it comes with, the depression, the heart attacks, the diseases, the comparisons. For you as a wife, you cannot compare yourself, but the man is there in comparison. The financial situation most of the times changes. For men, you start like your children, they used to get everything now, but these days they get what is available for them. Now, I wouldn't like support polygamy. As me as a person, I wouldn't support it. Those who support it, they have their reasons.
They have reasons.
They have reasons as to why they support polygamy. But me as a person, I wouldn't support anyone to go into polygamy because it comes with a lot of things, witchcraft, a lot of things happens during polygamy time.
And does a really woman find peace and happiness through the journey of polygamy? Is there any peace or happiness in polygamy, according to your own perspective?
I wouldn't say there is healing and peace because there's a saying these people, they always tell us, focus on yourself, get a job, start working. And they forget that after the work, after 5, you are going back home where the pain is. You find that pain there. It's like they used to tell us in primary, if you drink alcohol, you forget your problems. But once that alcohol is over on your head,
the problems will still come back.
Now, healing, it's not there because you can be healed in this week, the next week someone does something which is going to take you back to 0 point. And peace, there's nowhere you can get peace when you know that you are sharing your man. There's no peace. Like how? You sleep in your bed peacefully, you know that your man is not going to come back, except somewhere where that peace really comes from.
As I told you, I'll be bringing ladies. They'll be speaking about their journey. They'll be giving their options about the realities of polygamy. So Shamira, what advice would you like to give to a lady there who is going through the journey of polygamy, who is having pain, who has lost hope? Because I can understand when you've just joined polygamy, according to your experience. I wouldn't ask how long you've been in polygamy because it's a personal question, and here we don't share our personal questions. So I'm asking, what advice would you give to ladies out there, according to you?
To my perspective, I think the person who's right now in the first phase of polygamy, because we have like stages. There is that stage where you go into depression, isolation, whereby there is that stage of you are somehow healed, but you are still into something which we can't explain unless you are in it. Those people who are in polygamy understand
it. Yes.
And there is this stage of totally where we call it, people they say healing, but that is detachment. People are detaching from their husbands. They feel nothing about it. Now, what should I tell that lady? That sometimes never lose hope. Some people, they just come to visit and they go. don't make that lady, don't give her a win.
Mm.
Just stay in your marriage, be confident, just know you are the best. By the
Mm.
time you have spent 10 years, only that 1 year over 6 months doesn't make you less value.
True.
Most of the time, I know these second ladies, they are so provocative, like they keep on pushing messages, what and what, but my lady, I'm here to inform you, just stay strong. Everything will be fine. Just a matter of time. It's like a storm, it comes and then it goes.
It goes.
Yeah.
Yes. So to my ladies out there who are going through the phases of polygamy, it is okay to feel pain. It is normal, but it doesn't make you feel less a
Fine.
woman. Just now you're going to go through this. Shamira, according to your journey, right now, are you healed or not?
I wouldn't say I'm healed, I'm not yet healed, because at times you feel like everything is okay.
The triggers still,
Yeah, the triggers, they come and then they take you back to zero.
that is one
And then
thing.
you start like, say, what did this happen? Did I annoy God? There are some whereby you see people do certain things, but they are happy, and they say, but what feeling? Most especially polygamy, it's not like something. Is there someone tells you that you heal in one day?
In one day, true.
It can't even. It can take you 5 years, 10 years before healing. Because I've seen families like whereby they still have those wrangles because their father had many wives, but the wrangles are still there in kids. They fight, they do what, like polygamy doesn't feel completely, especially moreover even for kids. For them, it's the worst they could experience as young kids.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope we've learned something from Miss Shamira. She's also in a polygamous marriage, and I pray healing. I know, by the way, the truth is, in polygamy, there is no healing because triggers are always there. So, me on my side, I wouldn't say that healing is there completely because I've met people who have been in polygamy for the longest time and they are not healed because of the triggers that comes along with it. You just learn to live with it. Okay, the triggers will always be there and they will take you to the
Back to
zero. You know, so I pray that we try and help ourselves.
And I have forgotten that the challenges our kids face being in polygamy.
Let's talk about them.
Like one of the first challenge, there is no protection in polygamy. Remember when this man is coming for you from your parents' home, say, I'm going to protect your daughter. But once you are in polygamy, there is no protection. Because someone is not at home, you are sick, you can't call neighbors. Neighbors are not aware of your own problems. For them, they also have their peace. They have to concentrate on their peace. You can't like disturb your neighbors. Now you have a sick child, you can't call someone to come to help you. You yourself, you are sick, or maybe even when thieves come. Now who will protect you in that situation?
You're alone in the house.
And you are alone in the house. Maybe like when you find people say that if you are pregnant and another day is not yours, that your husband has gone to sleep to the other house, that's you are on your own. But what if now I get the problem when I'm in the hospital and I'm alone, and maybe I don't wish death, but maybe or I get a problem and I die, then what will you tell my parents? Because one day cannot make a meat to get rotten. Just spare that one day for your wife, be there in the hospital when she's sick, take care of her, and most especially the pain is caused by men.
Sure.
These men, most of them who go into polygamy, they don't know what it is. They are just there. I don't know what to celebrate their manhood. I don't know. I don't know what to say about
By
it.
the most men love polygamy, but a few
will understand it.
Know how to handle it. So men out there, try to make life easier for these women, for your wives.
And one thing what I've seen and I like, these men, they are the one to help us heal.
True.
But if they are not in our lives to help us heal, that means you are not going to heal. If it keeps on triggering you with those things, what and what, then you
adding on the pain.
Adding on the pain every time is adding on your pain.
Comparing.
You are asking for something, he tells you that I don't have money. Now, if you are in polygamous family and you tell me that you don't have money, then I don't understand that. I don't understand you, because I know by the time you took on a second wife, that means
for the financial
for the financial fight between your two wives.
Sure.
Yes, there's no that excuse that I don't have money. We can't listen to it, even we don't hear it. Even if you tell me 100 times why you write it a big, like I don't have money, I'll never understand it because you have two families.
True.
And another thing, our children face, like they get detached from their fathers. Because now, when you look at the kids, they be there asking, dad, man, where's dad? Now they reach at a time whereby they no longer ask. If he comes back, that's it. When he doesn't come back, it's okay. They don't care.
They get used
They don't care.
to his absence.
But right now, what I've seen, that men think when they provide, they pay school fees, that is enough for the kids. But our kids, they need present dads. Because a kid who has gone with a father and a mom is different from a kid who has gone with only a single parent. Because of recently, my cousin was bringing a man at home. Now, this man was like, did you grow in a family where there is a man, like
two parents,
both parents? Because my cousin was like, yes, because she grew from our home. Now, such a question. The reason why this guy asked that question, that those people are different. They are seeing love from two parents. But if you get into someone who has gone where there is no love,
they come with their trauma in the marriage,
and they traumatize other people.
True.
Which is not good at all, and it brings a lot of wrangles in marriage, because you are dealing with someone who had a different background of growing up, someone who has been with two parents ever since they have grown up.
That's true.
Another thing is, like, when you look at the kids now, like our kids, they go to school. Now they see other kids, their dads are coming for them, are dropping them, are giving them hugs. Now they start comparing. And once kids start comparing what is at home, now they feel like, oh, I'm abandoned. My parents, they don't love us. They see, like, they start fighting for that space. You find a child has become stubborn at school because he knows that the dad, so that he creates attention
for the dad to come,
for the dad to get involved. But some men, even if they call them, they don't appear. They say, they can call you, okay, hello, they have called me at school that your son has done and this, can you go? Like, still, he'll continue doing it so that he creates attention. Most of the things that kids do at school, they are not because they are willing to do it, but they are looking for attention from their parents.
They need that protection from their dad.
Yes, from their dad, to see that, my dad is present once I do this. And when we are growing up, they told us that, like, a male child, it's best to be talked to by a mother, and a female child, it is best to be talked to by a dad or a father. Now, in this generation, people, they just go into marriage without even being sat down. Okay, I wouldn't say all of us, but for the part of the Catholics, I think for them it's a good deal, whereby they first go for classes, they learn about marriage, what and what. Yeah. But in our Muslim society, it's not there. People just jump into marriage. If a man, you wake up and your wife blames you about something, you feel like your peace is gone. The only thing you think about is marrying a second wife.
Let me marry someone else.
Which is not the right thing, because whenever you leave something which is not solved, still it will follow you back. And most of the time, these men use polygamy to run away from responsibilities, from questions, how, like, if you have a wrangle with you, he knows he won't come back to your house. He will sleep at number two's house. That means the issue is not resolved.
It's not resolved.
Once he comes back, the same issue is still there. That means there is no peace.
There are some men who have ego. They don't want to be questioned. They don't want to be they avoid difficult conversations with their wives.
Once you start bringing in a conversation, like, he avoids it. He starts bringing questions. You are ever like that. You are ever like that, which is not true. I'm trying to resolve something, and for you, you are trying to put it down, and therefore you are not going to come back. That issue is going to remain there forever and ever.
Very true.
But if you sit down with your wife, you discuss, polygamy would have been easy if these men really understood what they are going through. and financial.
Mm.
Most of them go into polygamy when they are not financially stable.
Mm.
And that thing beats, like, I don't know how
You
men understand.
find the first wife is still renting, the second wife
Wife
is
is
still
also
renting,
renting,
and then they add on the third
third
one,
one
you know.
to also, even like, what they I hear people saying that men, they love themselves, but in real senses they don't love themselves, because
Mm.
if you're still renting for the first wife and the second wife is also renting,
Mm.
then is that love to you really?
Mm.
You are adding more financial problems to yourself,
You're adding more responsibilities,
responsibilities
and
to
at the
yourself.
end of the
Then
day,
you find that your man who was fat is now like a stick, because he has a lot of so
stress,
stress. He comes
financial
back
stress.
home, he
Mm.
starts sleeping in the chairs
The
because
kids' school fees
he's
is demanding,
demanding
house rent.
rent, food, what
Mm.
and what. There's a
Mm.
lot of stress in polygamy for men.
Mm.
Those things they say men love themselves. They don't love themselves at all.
Mm.
There's no love there.
Mm.
They're just using it to run away from responsibility, from questions.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's what they do with
Mm.
polygamy.
So, Shamira, any last words for ladies out there who are in polygamy? Any last, like 2 words or 1 word? Any encouraging words to all ladies out there?
I think what I could encourage ladies who are in polygamy to always stay positive to themselves.
Mm.
Positivity
Positivity. Mm.
brings a lot of like good energy to you.
Mm.
Let them not overthink about
Mm.
things which they can't control. Let them leave them in the hands of Allah,
Mm.
for Him to control what, because there are some things you can't control.
Mm.
You see something you can't control, you can't fight it. Just
Mm.
pray to God. But also this part whereby Anna, there's a lot of witchcraft,
In polygamy.
polygamy,
I've heard that a lot, by the way.
especially number twos.
Mm.
Those people, when they come, they think for them they will never add on someone else.
Mm.
Now they start fighting, the one in front and the one and
Coming.
the one coming.
Mm.
Now, like, you find a person, already you find someone, you are fighting that person. And also when they added on, you are also fighting. What is that you are fighting for?
Mm. And what I know is witchcraft kills Barak.
Yeah.
If you overdo it, the man is going to lose his blessings of getting money. And at the end of the day, the responsibility of the kids are the one who are going to suffer, and the wife, because of course witchcraft brings baraka. It leads to death. So be very careful. I don't know why you would fight someone who you found in her marriage, living peacefully. They've also married you. I see no reason as to why you
And
go
one
and
thing what pains me most, these
mm,
are the ladies who come, they even can't stay there once to leave that home.
mm,
Like, if I'm number one
and you
and I
leave the
happen to
marriage.
leave the marriage,
Mm,
that lady can't stay there. You see, like 23 years, she also went. Now,
mm,
what's the reason for making me to leave if you also yourself, you can't stay there?
mm.
That means you weren't ready. You wanted competition between me. But when me, I left in your game, now you also like, you found like there's nothing you are fighting for.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Shamira. I was so
Welcome.
happy to be with you here. For you to come when I called you, you came. Thank you so much. I pray for all ladies out there who are going through polygamy pain. I know healing is not easy. Indeed, healing is not easy. It's a process, and it's a long journey, because polygamy has a lot of triggers, a lot of them. It doesn't matter at how long you've stayed in polygamy. Even those who have stayed 30 years or 40 years in polygamy are still facing triggers right now. But let us learn to choose ourselves. Let us learn to protect our
So,
peace. Assalamu alaikum wa
it's like
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.